Hi everyone, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for this video. I'm going to do another Dutch pour with a split base. The last pour I did, if you saw it, I used just water and paint. I didn't use any Floetrol, no pouring medium, just water and paint. It was a really pretty painting. I really like it, but it has split slightly as it's dried. So I think I used too much water. So I'm going to thicken the paints up slightly. So have a slightly higher amount of paint to the water. It makes it more expensive, unfortunately, using more paint, which is what I'm trying to avoid, the cost of this. But I'm just going to add a little bit more paint, thicken the paints up, and I'm going to use gold for the base. In the last pour, the gold with just water was amazing. It's so bright and vibrant and sparkly. So I'm going to do a split colour base with gold as one of the colours. So really excited to try these colours and try thicker paints. These are the colours I'm going to use. So for the base, I've got Montmartre Gold and Daler Rowney Graduate Acrylic Pearl White. And then for the design colours, these three colours. So Daler Rowney Purple, Amsterdam Permanent Red Violet and Amsterdam Permanent Blue Violet. So I've got them all mixed up here. So to talk about the base colours first, I have mixed 5 parts paint, 4 parts water. So just as an example, there was 100 grams of the gold paint in here and 80 grams of water. It is pretty fluid. Let me show you, there we go. It is pretty runny, and just look how sparkly it is. It doesn't look like that normally when I add any kind of Floetrol or PVA glue. It just dulls it down, so the sparkle is just amazing. Now these two are the Amsterdam ones, and I did the same ratio, 5 parts paint to 4 parts water, so 40% water, because they just seem quite thick. This one, the Daler Rowney, was much thinner, so I did about 2 to 1, about 2 parts paint to 1 part water here. So I haven't got a clear recipe at the moment for what I'm doing. I just think it's going to vary on the paint and the brand of the paint. So if I said ballpark figure 40% water, 60% paint, I think that would be quite accurate, but I'm having to also play around quite a lot with the consistencies to get them balanced. Because I am new to using just water, I'm now just going to do one of my drip tests just to check the consistency, because I want them all to be about the same. So to do a drip test, I'm literally just going to do 1 drip of each colour in a row. Try and get it as an even amount as possible. Well, see, that didn't work actually, because look, that white, the drip is a lot bigger than the pink. Unless it's because it's more fluid, so it just sort of splattered out a bit more. Oops. Right, and then the gold, there was too much gold as well. I'm going to tip it up and just see what happens. So I think the white and the gold, I had more paint on, so that might explain why they're running quicker. But that pinky colour, very different. This one, much different, more different. Let's just try it again and see if I can get more even sized drips. Right, I would say that was much more successful. They all seem more or less the same size. So let's pick it up, see what happens. Totally different result this time. I would say that is a pretty good test. Whoops, because they're all moving at about the same rate. I'm happy with that. I'm not going to touch the consistency, although I am worried that they're too thick at the moment. No, I'm going to go with this because I felt that they were too thin before. Let's go with this and just see what results we get. I'm using a 50cm square canvas. I want to do a split base where there's 1 large section of gold and 2 smaller sections of the pearl white. So maybe coming down here and then across this way. Right, so colours are down, base colours down, sorry. So now let's put the design colours down. I think I'm going to start with the darkest, the dark purple, and then get lighter. Unless I go like that. No, I'm going to start with the red violet. So I'm going to be putting the paint just where the colours meet. So I've only got 3 colours, so I'm putting a reasonable amount down. Right, now I'm really nervous. I don't know how to do this. How shall I blow this out? I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to go upwards, one at a time. Oh my goodness, these colours are gorgeous. Right, the gold is massively coming up through. I'm worried that the gold is going to take over, but the cells and the lacing and the intensity of these pinks and purples are just gorgeous. Right, I've got a bit of work to do because I'm not happy with my composition at the moment, but so far so good. I'm absolutely gutted because I just don't like it. Okay, let's think about the positives. The positives are that the colours, the pinks, have worked beautifully. There's no separation, there's no splitting. It was thicker, but it flowed nicely. It wasn't too thick. So I'm actually happy with my consistency. It's the gold. I'm really disappointed. It's so interesting because gold, you can see how the colours are sunk into the gold and iridescent, but they haven't sunk into the white, which is also an iridescent because it's the pearl white. And I thought maybe I could just scrape a little bit of it to try and save this, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. I think I need to scrape too much of it. Right, I've got a new plan. I'm going to try and turn it into a swipe because otherwise I'm going to waste the paint. I'm going to blow a bit of the colour more into the gold section and then I'm going to swipe it and see what happens. I wonder if I had too much gold because there's less cells coming through here where maybe the gold is thinner. Maybe it would have worked if I just had less gold. Right, let's just do it as an experiment. I've got some white cell activator here, which is 3 parts Australian Floetrol, 1 part water. Sorry, 3 parts Australian Floetrol, 1 part white Amsterdam paint. Let's see if I can salvage something from this. I've got a piece of laminated paper, so I'm just going to dip that in the end. And then I think I'm just, how shall I do this? Do you know what might be fun actually is to do a sort of staggered swipe from the centre. Let's try that. I'm just not sure about this. The colours are fab. The sparkle is amazing from the gold. The cells are amazing. Absolutely beautiful sections of lacing. It's a very gold painting, but the gold is so shiny and sparkly that might just be the saving grace for this one. Yeah, I just don't know. There's elements of it that I love, parts of it that I really love. It's just so different. So really just eager to see how this will dry and whether I like it or not. I'm definitely glad I swiped it, because if I didn't, I probably would have scraped it or let it dry and then just thrown it in the bin. So I'm glad I've done this. So hopefully I've salvaged it, but I think I won't really know until it's dry. So it's now dry. I couldn't resist adding to it a little bit. I've just done a little bit of shading. I've just painted in a few subtle extra lines just to try and give it a little bit more definition. I've just dampened down some of the white, and really happy with the results. I'm disappointed it's not the Dutch pour I had in my mind, but what a way to try and save a Dutch pour, because it's so pretty. The gold it's very much a gold painting, gold with purple, but gold is the dominating colour, and the gold is beautiful. It's so pretty. I think the best bit about it is just to try and show you how shiny this is, and just how sparkly it is. It's absolutely beautiful. Can you see that sparkle there? So this is just the gold without any other pouring medium, just gold and water. It's just so bright, and it's so much nicer than when you add a pouring medium. So I'm really sold on the gold with water and nothing else added. Really happy with the colour combination. I'm definitely going to do another pour though with these colours, but in a Dutch pour. I'm determined to try and get that Dutch pour with these colours that I'm wanting. Just less gold, mustn't let the gold take over. So I think I'm going to put it in the design and not in the base colours. But the gold cells just so pretty. So what do you think? Let me know what you think. Yeah, disappointed not to get a Dutch pour, but happy with just a totally different painting, and I thoroughly enjoyed making it. So please let me know what you think. Great, thanks so much for watching. Bye.